Hey guys, welcome. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this because the fear of being seen holds us back in so many areas of our life. But if we could break through it, if we could break through those old neural pathways, you're literally going to launch yourself into your dreams, into your new life. And I'm going to help you do that. I'm also going to go over a reason that for many of us is the primary reason that we have a fear of being seen and how to move past it. And I haven't heard any other creators talk about it. Okay, so let's get right into it. So what I'm referring to in terms of the fear of being seen is that you might be unconsciously operating from a survival state. And the survival state is coming from your limbic system. Now, the limbic system does a lot of good things. It regulates our heartbeat. It helps us breathe without thinking about it. But it's very concerned with survival. So when it comes to being seen and expressing our individuality, the limbic system is like, oh, don't do that. If you stray from your tribe, you might get abandoned and eaten by a tiger. So your limbic system doesn't understand that it's 2025, so you don't need to be in that survival state. And it's okay to express your individuality. And even if you had a history of someone rejecting you or threatening to reject you if you expressed your own opinion or you were yourself in any type of way, or for expressing your dreams, we still have to tell that part of our brain that that is not true anymore. That anyone that really loves and cares for you would want you to express your individuality, and you have a gift that you are supposed to share with the world. It could be a small group of people or it could be a large group of people, but you have a gift that you are supposed to share. Even if it's just a thought in a conversation, you get to know that it's okay to be seen and it's actually benefiting others when you do. And people or caretakers are people from the past or in your life now that are telling you that it's not okay to be seen or trying to shut you up, are living in a state of fear, and they might be threatened by you expressing your own individuality because they're not doing that themselves for whatever reasons that are their reasons. So let's transmute that energy of survival, fear into thriving states of creation and individuality. And I actually want to start with a quote by Marianne Williamson because this perfectly encapsulates what we're talking about today. And I highly encourage you to find this on Google. It's called Our Deepest Fear, and just read it every day until you really absorb this and you're not afraid to shine your light. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us the most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be so brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you to not be? Your playing small does not serve the world. We were born to manifest the glory of God that was within us. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not some of us, it's everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So we get to stop abandoning ourselves, stop abandoning our purpose, and allow ourselves to shine. You are amplifying your purpose. You are sharing your gifts, skills, talents, and abilities with the world. And therefore you are helping more people. So it's actually selfish to stay locked in fear of not being seen. So let's not do that. And a first major step in getting over the fear of being seen is identifying, where do you learn this behavior? When we identify things, we bring awareness to it. And the point isn't to just be like, oh my God, I'm such a victim. My parent, that one teacher was, no, that's not what we're trying to, we're just trying to identify where this came from and bring it into consciousness, because some of us aren't conscious of where it came from. So we're just bringing it into consciousness. It's like, okay, well, that's not this weird mystery where I'm walking around not understanding why I'm afraid to be seen. And it might be a few different things. Maybe you had like an embarrassing thing happen in elementary school, whatever it is, write it down. So it could be one or it could be many things. Write them down. Whatever caused that trauma, whatever made you want to shrink down. And then what you're going to do is write down the false belief that that incident produced. Did it make you believe it was dangerous to be seen? Or did you get embarrassed? Were you told you were wrong? And whatever that is, I want you to reframe that and tell yourself, one, that that's not true, and two, that you get to be seen and heard. Because if we don't address this, then we start to get small and shrink down, and then we could even develop a fake persona. And a lot of people that have a fake persona think that they're being so nice and they want everyone to like them, and they come off really insincere and fake. And insincerity and being fake is very repulsive. We feel it in our nervous system. Sometimes we refer to it as, oh, that person gives me the ick. And we just don't know why, but we can feel it. And being inauthentic is a version of being in a survival state. And a lot of us have this from toxic parents, narcissistic parents, where it's like, if you spoke up, if you spoke your mind, if you did anything to individuate, be yourself in any type of way, it was very threatening to the narcissistic parent. So children learn to put on a persona, be fake, and it can manifest in adulthood as you not even really understanding completely who you are. You could develop a lot of codependent tendencies from this, and that's okay as long as we have an awareness of them and we want to undo them. Because it'll get to the point where we're conforming so much to what we think people want, so we don't offend them, but we're unconsciously radiating this insincerity. And then you could end up in a job or relationship that isn't gratifying to you at all. So we're going to undo all of that. And a great exercise for this is just to start to write down, if I didn't care at all, if I really gave no fucks, what would I be doing for work? Who would I be dating? Who would I be married to? What would my life look like? Just write it all down. If I woke up tomorrow and I really just was free, what would that look like? And don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Don't worry about anything. Just let yourself be as authentic as possible. Now, another thing we want to pay attention to is body image. So some of us, when we try to hide, we either under or overeat, or we dress too provocatively, or we dress really frumpy and try to hide ourselves. So look at that. Is how you're presenting yourself to the world comfortable to you? Do you like it? Do you feel good? Or is it for show for other people? Or is it so people don't see you? And another question that I always get is that, well, I don't want to trigger somebody. You know, if I start to post on YouTube, if I start to, do my fashion line or whatever it is, people are going to either get triggered or make fun of me. Again, if someone really cares about you, that won't matter. The people that really care about you will support you. And I've seen it in my life time and time again from people that I wouldn't expect, but they do. Yes, they have gotten triggered, and what's really being triggered is their insecurities for not doing what they want with their life or having what you have. So one of the things I do, and I highly recommend it, is just to send those people love. And if you're worried about any negative energy coming towards you, just tell yourself, and this is another thing I do, all energy, good or bad, that comes towards me is transmuted into love and prosperity and peace and joy. Because you have the power and control over how you want to receive energy, no matter what type of energy it is. So just say any energy that comes towards me, if I'm posting things online, not everyone's gonna like it. They shouldn't. What I mean is that it's impossible. So you could just say any energy that comes to me is transmuted into whatever you want. And you don't have to match that energy. Some people are really negative, and if you're high vibe, that's going to irritate them, and that's okay. Just don't give it energy. But remember, when you are in your authenticity and doing your thing, you will be a mirror to people. And sometimes people are triggered by that, and that's okay. That has nothing to do with you. And here is a big one. You have what's called an inner critic, or some people refer to it as an ego. We got to put that person in check. I want you to think of that. I want you to name your inner critic a name you don't like, and think of all the characteristics. Oh, let's procrastinate on that. You don't need to do that. That's dumb. All the things that they say to you. Think about your inner critic and who they are. I have two. I have Lacey and Loretta, and they do different things to annoy me or try to get me off track from what I want to do in my dreams. Name them. Know that these people are outside of yourself. And you can say to them, I understand that you're trying to keep me small and maybe safe, but hey, it's not whatever year it was when you were a child or whatever year it was when you were traumatized. It's not that time anymore, so I don't have to believe that anymore, and I'm done playing small. And you're going to have to tell your inner critic that a lot, like all the time, and in different capacities, because your inner critic gets sneaky. When the regular stuff isn't working, like, oh, let's binge watch this, or let's do that, or don't do that, they'll get sneakier as time goes by, especially when you start to put energy into whatever your passion is. Your inner critic will sense that they're losing power and try to fight back, but you just keep telling them, where you create new neural pathways through repetition, and your inner critic will start to weaken, and it will feel very free and liberating. And a big one, you gotta detach. You have to detach from what people think, for better or for worse. It's nice to get nice compliments. It's really nice when you help people. That always feels good. When you could get over your shit enough to help people or whatever it is that you want to do. Let's say you're a bow tie maker and you gave someone so much joy because they showed up at this event and looked so great. That is wonderful. You got out of your way enough to provide value to someone. But we get to detach from any type of judgment, because really it's just a reflection of their their own insecurities. And this is something you just get to repeat to yourself over and over again, that I am neutral, I am free, and I am really unbothered by what other people think. And I would not ever let someone's negative, low vibrational energy ever get in the way of what's in my heart, the interest, my passion, whatever it is that I have. Because I'm, like I always say, your interests, your desires, what you want in this life is divinely placed in your heart for you to have. And someone's low vibrational opinion does not get to get in the way of that. This is also important because your inner critic could latch on to that and be like, oh, see what they thought. And sometimes the people that do this the most are the people that are closest to us. And I'm sorry to say that, and as you level up in any area of your life, some people that are the closest to you, there just gets to be some distance. Not that it has to be that way all the time. They could circle back, but sometimes like people have to adjust to energy. And if you started here and you're on your hero's journey and leveling up, you're going to meet people on that level. And sometimes we can inspire people in our life to get there, but there might be some kicking and screaming. And all I'm saying is just to let them do their thing. You don't need to argue with them. We don't go into jade. If you haven't watched my video on jade, I have it. No justifying, no arguing, defending, or explaining. That's what jade stands for. We're not going into jade. Okay, you don't have to agree with it. It's in my heart to do this, so I'm going to do this. And I'm okay with being seen. But when you allow yourself to be more visible, you will automatically attract your tribe of supporters that align with you in your mission and purpose, and they'll support you. It'll be this wonderful synergistic thing. And that's all you need to focus on. You came here to help those people, provide value to those people in the way that you can, and the support will come in all ways. The people that are meant to support you, the financial support, the technical support, the employees, all of the things will come into place when you are focused on your purpose. And that does take courage. Courage is being afraid, being unsure, and doing it anyway. So that is okay. And remember that. It's like, okay, I am a courageous creator. That could be one of your mantras. I'm a courageous creator. I don't understand how things are going to work out, but it's in my heart to do this. So I'm going to keep going. Because I'm a conscious creator and I'm a courageous creator. And conscious creation means that you don't wait for a crisis to happen. You don't wait for this person or to get permission from this person or that person. You are consciously creating your life in every moment. Instead of responding to a crisis or cowering down because of your inner critic, you're consciously creating your life with a lot of courage. And we're really focused on our support system and mission and purpose and whatever we're doing to be seen, because whatever you focus your energy on, you get more of. That expands. Whatever you give energy to expands. And that's all you have to focus on. Even when it doesn't feel like it's going right or you're worried, just stay focused. And I promise you, everything will fall into place. And remember, you can't control anyone except yourself. Anyone else's behavior is out of your control. And a lot of people are completely controlled by fear. So please do not modify your behavior because someone else is living fear state. You have so many gifts, talents, skills, and abilities to share with the world. And we can't let one person's insecurity or maybe many people's insecurity get in the way from that. We have to detach from the negative energy, actions, words from other people. And also, sometimes these people are just addicted to drama. I had this a lot in my life. Some people, no matter what you do, they're going to have criticism about it. They're not going to feel okay with it. And I refuse to enable that addiction and feed into that addiction. The best thing to do is to not respond. You're on a mission. You came here to consciously create. Just leave them alone. And if you do have any haters for any reason, remind yourself that any type of polarization is because you're sparking some type of feeling in someone. And that's a good thing. Just stay focused. These haters want to drag you down and not have you complete your purpose. So stay focused. It means you're doing something right. I want to see you win too. So watch this video over and over again and know that even if you attracted this video into your life, it's because you're meant to do whatever it is that scares you, whatever it is that you're afraid to be seen. It's time to do it. Also, we got to get rid of the perfectionistic attitude. Let's say it's about doing YouTube or anything. You're going to get better, okay? You want to do stand-up comedy. You might not be great the first time or the first 20 times, but you will get better. And you get to keep telling yourself that, especially when you have failures. Be like, yes, this is great. This just means I'm getting better. I love it. And another method I like is the WTF method, which stands for who the fuck. So when the inner critic is strong, and it will be because you've been maybe thinking like that for a while, and you have to be like, oh, who the fuck is this peasant, whiny? That is not me. Because now you've stepped into the new version of yourself. And here's a good time to, even though you're stepping into the new version of yourself, okay, we have the inner critic. We know what that avatar looks like. Now create the avatar avatar for the person that you are becoming. And you could take attributes of a few different people that you really like and put them all into one person. Or it could be like, yeah, I really embody my inner Beyonce, whatever it is. But make that avatar. And so when the inner critic is like, oh, I can't do it, I can't, or, the anxiety comes in, you could be like, who the fuck? That is not me. I do not act like that. I remember back in the day I used to, but that is not me anymore. I am now this powerful person that gets things done and is fully connected to their purpose. And also, I get a lot of questions about who do I share my goals with? And if you're working with a coach or me personally, share your goals with me, that's fine. But, unfortunately, we do have to be careful. This goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's like not everyone is on board, especially during the journey when you're most vulnerable. And there is a grieving process attached to that. And I get it. And, I'm sorry if you're going through that. That is part of the process. That is part of leveling up. I also recommend books from people that have autobiographies about how they leveled up. People have different opinions about Oprah, but she does talk about this. It's like, keep friends around that are always happy for you. And so during this time where you're building a business or you're doing something new and you're really leveling up, no, I don't recommend telling everyone, even well-meaning people. Sometimes I see this with my clients with their parents. It's like, they're well-meaning people, but sometimes it's a generational thing. Sometimes it's like, your parents were immigrants and they just don't understand maybe your entrepreneurial spirit, all the things. It doesn't matter. So I would just say, if it's in your heart, yeah, you might have to keep it to yourself, or people that are just really, really understand your mission or really on the same page. And here's another good one. Sometimes I'll do some deep diving with a client and I'm like, okay, what is it? What do you think is really stopping you from just going for it or really having it? And this could be about anything: health, wealth, relationships, career. And when we get down to it, they say, well, if I had it, what would I complain about? And when I hear this means that they're over-identified with the problem. And the problem has become a habitual part of their thinking and their identity, sometimes unconsciously and then sometimes consciously. And they have literally become addicted to the suffering around not having it, even though they say that they want it. So this is why we have to immerse ourselves in that new avatar, that new identity, where we can see a set of obstacles and challenges and we courageously take them on as conscious creators and courageous creators of our lives. And also know that if you get that thing, if you start to be seen, there will be other obstacles and challenges. So if you are addicted to the suffering, know that just because you get that one thing, there'll be other challenges. Don't worry. Your addiction to suffering will continue to exist. I don't recommend it. All I'm saying is don't let that hold you back from at least achieving that goal or moving forward with being seen in whatever capacity that you actually desire. And also, when you move forward with being seen, this whole addiction to suffering, you realize how small it was keeping you and it starts to dissipate. It's really cool. I love when that happens for my clients. And plus, you don't want to be one of these people that's complaining about the same old shit all the time. I know you know someone like that. Do you really want to end up like that? No. And that's what's going to happen if you continue on this path of oh, I did want to do this. Oh, and I just, things are this way. No, stop. We're always evolving. We're always leveling up. If you've drawn yourself to my channel or this video, it's because you want to level up and you have a growth mindset. So let's stay on that track. And I always say to my clients or anyone that's watching my content, it's not about not having problems. You'll always have problems or obstacles because those strengthen you and those help you evolve and grow. I want you to have better problems. I want you to worry about, how you're going to decorate your yacht or which house you're going to buy. Just whatever your champagne problems are, that's the kind of problems I want you to have. And I'm going to say it again because repetition is what really solidifies things in our brain and creates new neural pathways and helps us take good, inspired action. If you desire something that was divinely placed in your heart, that is meant for you and no one else. And whether you're into quantum physics or spirituality, you know this is true. And let this be another sign that this is your time to step up and be seen. You are ready. Get excited. Even if it's scary, get excited. Because I'm excited for you. I am actually super excited for you. I've been wanting to make this video because I love helping people at this stage. And if you are seeing this video, it is because you're ready. So in the comments, tell me about your journey. Tell me about the next steps you're taking. I love hearing about it. Watch this video again. Use all of the tools. It will help you quickly reprogram your brain so you're ready to step out and be seen. Okay, let me know how it goes. I'm super excited for you. Love you. Mwah.